All right, so hello and welcome back to another week of art lessons at the Brookings Arts Council. As always, my name is Shelby, and today we're going to be doing some blind contours. So first I'm going to explain a little bit what a contour line is. So a contour line is like the outside line of an object or a person. So think like a coloring book page, like how it's really just kind of like the necessary information. We're not shading anything in. It's really just a single line, like black and white. That's it. So that is a contour line, but we're working on blind contours today. So that means that we're going to do the outside line, the necessary information, but we're going to do it without looking at our paper while we draw. So we're just going to look purely at what we're drawing. I'm going to challenge you to do just an object. If you want to draw yourself, I think self-portraits this way are really, really fun. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do my hand. And then we're going to do, once we're done with that, we're going to use either something to color with, like colored pencils, crayons, markers, you know what I mean, shading pencils if you want. And we're going to add some color to it using a color scheme. So either like primary, secondary, we talked about that last time. So primary, red, yellow, and blue. Secondary, orange, purple, and green. Maybe you want to do analogous, which would be like 3 colors next to each other on the color wheels. So red, orange, orange, and yellow, orange, like, you know what I mean, like whatever 3 are next to each other. Monochromatic, so like tints and shades of one color, so like pink and red, and then, you know what I mean, like white. Those would be one of those. But yeah, whatever color scheme you want, but I just want it to be like some sort of color scheme like associated with the color wheel. So I'm gonna get right down to it, and I'm actually gonna do the blind contour right in front of you. I just have like printer paper and just like a regular like mechanical pencil. So it doesn't need to be super, super high tech. And yeah, so you're not gonna look at your page at all. So I challenge you guys to kind of watch me not look at the paper and only look at what I'm drawing. And I'm gonna kind of be in a weird position here because you can't see my whole hand, but we'll make it work. So I have my hand, and I'll try and make sure that you can see my eyes so that I'm not looking down at my paper and up and around. I'm looking just straight at my hand. So we're gonna start, and I got my thumb, kind of the wrinkles with that. Got like my fingernail. And these always end up just looking like super kind of crazy and abstract, which is exactly what you want to add that color scheme. And I don't want you to get like super caught up on things not looking how they're supposed to look. Because right now, like, we're really just kind of exploring what it means to like do some observational drawing. We're kind of calibrating how our eyes and our hands like work together, and like we're really looking at like the fine details of what it is that we're working with. We don't want to look and see things how we want them to look. Like, I think a lot of time like you use symbols to associate with different images, like people and eyes especially, instead of looking at like how they truly look. So I just finished mine up, and I'm going to show you guys. Super wonky with my hand, but yeah, that's what we got. So it was my hand. I was just holding it like kind of like a claw almost. So we got my thumb, and like, you know what I mean, there are parts of this that really do kind of look like that. They're a little distorted, and maybe their shapes are a little off, but like my fingers really do, like, they really did fall in those directions. Was there overlapping? Not necessarily, but we got the gist, and like I think that it would be recognized as a hand, which is the goal ultimately. So once we have that done, I want you to use something to color with, some markers, crayons, colored pencils, and again, to use a color scheme. So mine, I think I'm gonna do monochromatic this time. Monochromatic, and I'm gonna write it on my paper so that you guys can look at it in the example, because I'll post mine finished so you can look at it. And I want to do it monochromatic, and I want to use green because I really, really like green. So yeah, that is the project for the week. And again, I would love to see any and all of your works and comments, suggestions on what you'd like to learn about. Anything, you can email us, you can find us on Facebook, anything. So the Brookings Arts Council page is really kind of where you're going to want and like to look for information and upcoming things. But other than that, that's all I have for you today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you again, or rather you'll see me again next week. So enjoy.